Fight Time Network.
Welcome back to Fight Time Network. We got UFC Vegas 104 this weekend, headlined by Marvin Vettori and Roman Dolidze. How you doing tonight, Lee?
Oh man, have seen better days after UFC 313, man. This pick business, it will never love you the same way you love it.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Pierre.
Yeah, it was a wild
Uh,
weekend, kind of boring. Dana White's salty on Goliath won, I'd imagine. Is
yeah,
what it is, part of the game, my friend.
it was a hard day at work today.
Alrighty, we got the main card coming up. UFC Vegas 104. We got Yusu Young versus AJ Cunningham here, Lee. I don't really see too much that AJ Cunningham's really going to bring to the plate here unless somehow Su Young doesn't come in, try to get a takedown, and stays at distance the whole time.
I I think you're absolutely right there, Brendan. Su Young's got 4 fights in 2024. He won
Ooh.
the road to UFC and his debut in the exact same year. Cunningham lost his debut to Ludovic Klein by a body kick in the first round. And then he also got finished a couple fights earlier in his contender series in the second round. So I think that Young is riding that wave of success. The
Oh, yeah.
momentum certainly in his favor. He's certainly been way more active. And I think all of that's going to contribute to his fifth straight victory.
Didn't Ludovic Klein just get a dope knockout? No. Way off. For some reason, I thought he fought lately. He hasn't fought since September. Oh well. I don't know what the heck angle I was going on there, but whatever.
one of those guys from that region definitely got a walkout.
But I mean, truthfully, AJ, I feel like it's going to be a one-way pounding street, or Xiong Yu is just going to take him down. Second, third round, really wear on him, and then really put it to him in the second and third if it makes it there. But I feel like even if it goes to the ground, AJ Cunningham's going to end up doing something stupid and get caught like a rear naked choke. Just because Sung Yu, he averages almost 5 takedowns a fight, man. So, and you got AJ coming in with a 33% takedown defense. I know it's only on 2 fights in the USC, but I don't really see AJ Cunningham even having the power to put him out either that quick, that early. It's at lightweight. No, this one is this a bantamweight or lightweight? Because AJ fought at lightweight when he lost his last fight.
Yeah.
It's a bantamweight.
Hmm.
Okay. So he might have a little more knockout power than normal. And he really does have a 6-inch reach advantage on him. But I just don't see. I think he's trying to make the cut because he knows that he can't hang in lightweight division, would be my guess here. Try to go be a weight bully and pray.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you. We're going to have to see something out of AJ that we have not seen before. And all of the momentum is already on the side of Young. He'll definitely have to pull something surprising out if he's going to get the dub this Saturday. But my money is on Young, as it should be.
Moving on, we got Damon Blackshear versus Cody Gibson. Me and you were kind of going back and forth here before we even hit the record button. So my look on Damon Blackshear, he's really good on his feet, averages a couple takedowns per fight. But where I'm going to go here is Damon Blackshear's only 2 losses in the UFC. I guess he does have a draw when he first came in back in 2022. Is to Mario Batista. Dog, 15-2, went to decision. Ends up getting knocked out by Montel Jackson, first round. Same year last year, ends up catching Cody Stamann in a dope round 1 submission armbar. And then you got Cody Gibson, who's 37 years old. Even though Cody Gibson came out last fight and really looked good against Chad and Hellinger.
Yeah.
And he got a good submission against Brian Kelleher. Looked decent. Looked like trash against Miles Johns, which Miles Johns, you never fucking know who you're going to get. I'm never betting on him again. So why do you think Cody Gibson even has a shot here? Do you think he does?
I think he's got a slight chance. I think this fight is very, very close. I'm certainly staying away from it from a betting perspective because ultimately it could
Yeah.
go either way. All those points are valid with Blackshear, but I think his schedule in 2024, he was particularly busy. He was supposed to fight 3 times, but one got canceled. He got that finish against Kelleher. He was able to deal with the in close pressure and wrestling of Van Helliger, and he's got the confidence going in there. He's got a couple of wins put together, and he's riding. He's probably the feeling himself the most he has ever had in his career. And
Yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
agree with you.
Blackshear just snapped a losing streak off of Cody Stallman, who just got ultimately cut by the UFC. So I think that Cody Gibson certainly has a shot. He certainly has an argument. The momentum's in his favor. He's having that confidence. And they both kind of are always, I don't want to use the phrase wishy-washy, but
You're
they
right. You can use
inconsistent.
that fucking word. It's true with both of these guys. It
They're
really is.
very inconsistent in putting 2-3 wins together. So I mean, it's hard to rely on any of them to get back to back. But when you look at the stats, certainly Cody Gibson with 2 wins in 2024 back to back. He's definitely got him in favor. And Kelleher's no slouch. And Helliger's no slouch. Stallman certainly isn't no slouch. So I mean, ultimately, I can see your argument for Blackshear, but I just have a better feeling. The stats look better by a smidge for Cody Gibson.
Yeah. I mean, he lost to Johns, Katana. He's another one of those, as you would say, wishy-washy. Um, Lost to Silva de Andrade. Man, Silva de Andrade fucking fought everybody, dude.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter if it's top 20 or just nobody's. That dude just give me a fight.
yeah,
But I'm gonna take Blackshear here. And if Cody shows up, dude, good for him.
yeah.
That's all I gotta say. If he does show up, Damon will have his hands full. But
This is going to be one of those fights I'm just going to enjoy. I'm
but
just
the
going to
thing I
watch.
have here is if both of these guys, the best of them, show up, the best of Cody Gibson, I feel can't take best of Damon Blackshear.
Yeah,
Truthfully, just the comparison. I mean, they both. It's going to be really nice on stats and on paper. It's really nice. They both like to do takedowns. They both can stand and bang a little bit, just from their records, just from their stats here. Everything's pretty freaking even, dude. Both of them 5'10". Yeah, it's just one is 37, Lee, and one is 30.
yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's a battle of strength and toughness, and you know who is Gibson, and the strength of Blackshear and the toughness of Gibson are going right head to head, and it'll be whatever gives in first.
Moving on. Alexander Hernandez taking on Kurt Holloway, 22-8. What you got on this, Lee?
I am leaning heavy, and I can't even describe leaning. I'm diving head first for Kurt Holloway. I absolutely love his, he's like 4 in his last 5. If you include his Ultimate Fighter stint, he won the Ultimate Fighter. He has a lot of trouble with wrestling, but we haven't seen Hernandez really wrestle a lot at all in any of his
Not
fights.
often.
He's a high level jiu-jitsu practitioner. He's got the ability to come with great submissions. He gets in there, he catches you with that right hand, he pressures forward, he hits you hard. If you do get him in a sub, like we saw, I can't pronounce his name, the 2Ks. I should have wrote that down, but he had him in a tight ninja choke, and Kurt Habala was able to find his way out of that. He was able to beat him on all 3 rounds in the striking and really hit hard. And Hernandez has
Kainan Krzyzewski.
Krzyzewski, there we go. That's it. Yeah, man. Krzyzewski caught him. Because I mean, Habala will just push you up in the fence and just freaking bully you, man. And he caught his neck. He was in a nasty ninja choke. And Habala was able to find his way out of it, get back on top, and just start pounding. Now Hernandez on the opposite end. I mean, he had his last fight that he won his last one, but the one before that he lost, which was at featherweight, and then he just fought Austin Hubbard going into lightweight, and he struggled a fair bit against Austin Hubbard. Hernandez really did struggle against Austin Hubbard in that fight. One judge gave Austin Hubbard 30-27. And the others gave Hernandez 29-28. Yeah. Like there was a good argument that Hubbard ultimately should have won that fight in that split decision. However, if you go back to the Ultimate Fighter 31, Kurt Hobala finished Austin Hubbard like easy.
So you're looking
So
at some Francis Marshall bullshit going down.
yeah. It was one of those ones, that's for sure, man. Actually, I think the judges are almost the same too
Oh
in
my
that one. But
God.
yeah, two cards at 29-28, Hernandez against Hubbard, and the last time out, and then one gave Hubbard 30-27. I think I bet on Hubbard in that fight. Actually, that seems to happen to me quite frequently. But
I had no bullshit. I had $125 on Marshall.
fuck yeah, man! I think
Oh,
the
I got
world thought.
screwed.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
no,
God.
I see a good argument for Holloway here, especially since lightweight is his natural class, and it's just something
Yeah.
that Hernandez has been toying with as of late.
Went 3 rounds, 19 with Thiago Moises. I know that was a long time ago, but you still got to give him props. I mean, he's 38. It's the odds here. What are we looking at, Lee? Plus 164 for Holloway, minus 198 for Hernandez coming in here. Oh, man. I don't know if that was enough to sway me, my friend. I hope you're right for yourself's sake. But I just really like, man, I know Hernandez is going on 32. He still has a lot of room for improvement, yes, but his work ethic and his dog status, I feel like he's really good with his gas pedal and tapping it and using it when he needs to. He's really good on the feet. And like you said, we haven't really seen him try his wrestling. This might be the one.
Yeah,
And I mean, Holloway, he's going to be shooting too. Oh, man. I'm taking Hernandez on this one.
I feel you. I feel you. That argument. Holloway has good grappling, but he does not have the greatest wrestling. If you go a couple of fights back against Trey Ogden, he was beating the piss out of Trey Ogden on the feet, but the minute Trey Ogden got his legs, he got him down. So I mean, if Hernandez is going to shoot, that'll be the definite path to victory. However, I haven't seen Hernandez shoot in a quick minute. I forget when his last takedown was scored, but it was a while back.
Alexander versus Bill Algeo back in 23.
23, a couple years back. So yeah, his
He
past two
shot two
fight.
against Hubbard. Hubbard was 0 for 12 in takedowns.
Yeah, he wanted it. He wanted it. He was
My
hugging those
God.
hips in that.
Damon Jackson landed 3 out of 7 against Hernandez. Mm. I don't know. He's a young gun. I really like his style and just his persona. I'm really looking for him to win just so I can keep rooting him on. But if Holloway comes out on top, if Holloway was only like 34, maybe I'd be a little more excited for this. 38's getting up there, man. And he's not like, I don't know. He never really made it to where you could be 38. And you're still that good. I know you're coming down a couple pegs, but he's never up here to be able to come down those couple pegs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's where I'm at with him on that one.
yeah. It's probably gonna be fight of the night. Actually, I was feeling pretty down about the quality of this card, and then I seen that, and I'm like, ah, okay, we got a banger. We got a banger. This is gonna be a close one. Um, I mean, the best path for Hernandez to ultimately beat Holloway would be to wrestle, but I don't think he's going to do it. I think we're going to get a slug fest slobber knocker out of these two. And I think Holloway will be on the better end of it. But Hernandez is a tough workhorse, like you said. He's certainly going to bring the fight. I think we're going to see a bloodied up couple of dudes over 3 rounds. I'm going with Holloway. I think that he has it a little bit more, a little bit edge, a little bit more tenacity, and ultimately, I think he has a better chance of being there in the third round as opposed to Hernandez when you've seen him in his last fight. But to your argument, that was after having to stop Hubbard's wrestling, so we don't
Right.
know. Yeah, so we don't know if that's going to translate the same in terms of these two guys just slugging it out like they regularly do.
Moving on to Shoy Swangwoo, 11-7 versus Kevin Vallejos. This one is going to be a banger. Both these
Yeah,
dudes don't shoot often. I know it's at featherweight, man, but oh, gonna be a banger. And Shang Wu Chu or Choi Shuang Wu is gonna just came off of fighting freaking Steve Garcia, which that dude's on a championship run. He shot once, one fight back in 2023. Shot once against Joshua Kulabau. Shot, so he's averaging just under one takedown attempt, really, because he's only shooting one per freaking fight anyway.
Garcia introduced him to God in that fight, man.
So you're looking at Shang Wu Chu here, coming in 11-7. Vallejo's 14-1. Oh, this looks really one-sided here,
Yeah.
but it's hard really seeing what Shang Wu Chu. He got caught really quickly against Garcia in his last fight, so it's really hard to take anything from that. I wish we could have
Yeah.
got like two more good fights from him after he made it to that level of competition.
I mean, Choi hasn't also put together 2 wins since like 2021. I'm pretty sure he's like one in his
Yeah,
last five.
but then you got Kevin Vallejos making his UFC debut.
Coming
This is
in
a good
hot.
matchup for him.
Yeah, he's coming in hot, man. That was a heavy win, heavy first round knockout in the Contender Series. And his only loss is to Jean Silva.
Back in the Contender Series in 2023. You are correct, my friend. By decision.
But yeah, he went all 3 rounds with a guy that's on a 5 knockout streak.
Well, here you go. You ready? He lost to Gene Silva. Finished, got a finish, got another finish. Finished the dude round one back in the Contender Series after losing to Gene Silva. If Dana White back in know what Gene Silva was capable of nowadays, he probably would have gave him both contracts.
Yeah.
But I mean, three straight finishes after his loss. Can you really bet against this man? Like,
Ah,
I
no.
don't care if it's in the UFC or not. You're coming in facing a dude that's one. But then he does have the experience. This is not the year for undefeated fighters or debuts, my friend, so far, and it's in March.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, freaking going the distance with Jean Silva pretty much counts as a win, especially at
Yeah,
23 years old.
you're not kidding. So how was that just like a year and a half ago? So he either way, he was younger than 23.
Yeah.
So you're looking back at 2023 September. Dude, motherfucker's 20. That's crazy. What's Gene Silva nowadays? How old is he? He's
He's almost
28. God,
30.
that dude's a
Oh, there you
freak.
go.
Bruh! That gave me the chills thinking he's only 28, man. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Them freaking fighting nerds. Them fighting nerds.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Kevin Vallejos here straight up. I don't, you're probably going to get some rough odds. I don't know about putting this on any betting
Yeah. I imagine the by KO is probably like minus 180 at best.
or inside the distance. Choi Shuang Wu. Okay, he already got knocked out by Garcia, went to decision, knocked out by Trezano, submitted by Alex Caceres. Yeah, not looking very good for him. All righty. Got anything else for that one?
No, I think you hit the nail on the
Hell
head,
yeah.
man. We got a 14-1 young up and comer that's dealing with a guy that is 4 in his last 5 and ultimately coming off a bad knockout. And this guy's looking to give him another one.
Fight Time Network.